Welcome back to the Sim Shack, I'm SimUK. This is CAIRN, and from the outset I treated this as one thing above all else, a realism test, because climbing games live or die on one question: does it feel true to life? If movement lacks weight, it fails. If stamina feels artificial, it fails. If consequences don't matter, it fails. First of all, the climbing itself. The limb system is manual. You move individual hands and feet. There's no visible stamina bar. Instead, you have to watch her and her body language. If her arms shake, her breathing changes, or she starts panicking, you know you've got 10 seconds till disaster. And that's excellent design. It's immersive. It's realistic. You cannot brute force smooth rock. You must find real holds. You've got to use leverage. You must reposition your weight. And when it works, it feels very realistic. However, we do need to address the robot climbing system. It's called ClimbBot. It's obviously not realistic.
Hey, ClimbBot, go ahead, answer.
Hey Aava, it's Chris. Do you ever pick up the phone?
It's a robotic device that manufactures chalk from your recycled waste. It can even catch falls if you've placed protection properly. This is a fictional gameplay layer. Question is, does it ruin the simulation? And the answer is no, because the core climbing physics remain believable. But it absolutely shifts from this pure simulation feeling to a realism-inspired survival experience. And that distinction really matters. Consequences. So free solo mode, which is the mode I played on, has permanent death. That's appropriate for this type of game. But if you have Edelweiss in your backpack, that serves as a revive mechanic. That's a gamified logic. In a true simulation, if you fall, you deal with where you land. You don't rewind. That moment for me diluted realism. Didn't destroy it, but it certainly lost a few points in my humble opinion. As far as immersion goes, the mountain feels large, it feels exposed. The audio, wind, breath, subtle environmental tones, they all do their job rather well. I wouldn't say anything was spectacular, there's nothing groundbreaking here. It doesn't really boost the immersion, but it is supportive. Where immersion really works is in the psychological realm. When you're halfway up a face and the rain starts, you're out of chalk, you've got limited grip, and night is closing in. Trust me, then you feel the tension. That is immersion. So the game runs around a few survival systems: hydration, hunger, temperature. Again, these add to the sense of realism, and I like that water mattered. I like that rain weakened your grip. This is simulation logic, and it's been applied correctly. The game was mostly stable. I was playing on 4K, had a few minor stutters, occasional clipping into the rock faces, and some limb positioning glitches as well. The biggest mechanical flaw, at times the control system would select a leg when I was trying to move a hand, and that really put me under pressure. In a climbing game, precision is everything, and maybe that either needs refinement or I need to learn how to manually control those elements better. It was absolutely a lot of fun. Not arcade fun, but satisfaction through actually achieving the climb. The better you get, the better you learn how to read the wall, the better you learn how to read her body language. That all adds to the progression, and it all feels earned. So the game is stylized, slightly cartoony, but the art direction works. It doesn't lend itself very well to hyperrealism, but it needs readability and atmosphere, and it delivers that in abundance. So CAIRN is not a pure mountaineering simulator. The robot assistant alone prevents that from being the case. But the climbing physics themselves, the weight, the grip logic, the fatigue behaviour, the weather systems, all of that seems really authentic, and I respect that a lot. When it worked, it really felt genuinely authentic and realistic. When it glitched, It reminded me that it's a game. Overall though, this is a serious climbing experience with strong realism foundations, held back slightly by mechanical imprecision and a few gamey systems. And yes, I still absolutely want to go back and try to summit. And that matters. That means a lot.
Take a deep breath and let it all out. This mountain doesn't care, that's not what it's about. You feel so small and it looks so tall. Embrace the journey, don't you fall. Stand there all you want and plot your way. The mountain's got its own time zone, it ain't going away. You gotta get moving, keep moving on up. It's the only thing that you have control of. You gotta get moving. I know you wanna be there. You wanna be up there. This mountain's undefeated. This mountain doesn't care. Just keep on moving. Keep pushing on up. One crack at a time, one lift or one hold. Focus on the grind, don't you dare be bold. Don't look up or down, just stay in the zone. Feel the rhythm of the climb, feel it in your bones. Take a deep breath and let the energy flow. Feel the beat driving you, moving on up, moving as you grow. I know you wanna be there. You wanna be up there. This mountain's undefeated. This mountain doesn't care. Just keep on moving. Keep pushing on up. Keep pushing on up. Keep pushing on up. It's going real well. You're feeling so strong. Nothing can hold you back. You're where you belong. In the blink of an eye, something in the air. The clouds roll in. You better be aware. The weather's closing and the wind will shout. Time to double time. It gotta push it all out. I know you wanna be there. You wanna be up there. This mountain's undefeated. This mountain doesn't care. Just keep on moving. Keep pushing on up. Feel the pulse driving through. You versus nature, it's just me and you. Lose yourself in the moment. Listen to the mountain. She's talking to you like an energy fountain. Inhale and calm you. Exhale and fight. The summit is right there. We just need one more night. I know you wanna be there. You wanna be up there. This mountain's undefeated. This mountain doesn't care. Just keep on moving. Keep pushing on up. Take a breath, hold it tight. Tonight is the night. You're nearly there, so close to that.